Welcome to Foodie Fix Network. My name is Nikki. Tonight we're making a bold, flavorful dish, Mongolian beef. Despite its name, it was originated in America in the 1970s. All right, let's get started. First, I'm going to show you how to cut the meat properly. Then I'm going to show you how to marinate the meat so you can get that tender, juicy, and glossy look. Also, don't forget to stay till the end. I'm going to show you how to cook those vegetables so they stay crispy like they do at the restaurant. Okay, let's go. All right, let's get our veggies prepared. First, we're going to do the green onions. We're going to separate at the top and the bottom. The top we're just going to use only for garnishing. Just cut them in 1-inch pieces. All right, now we're going to cut our white onion, which gives it fresh and crispy taste on stir fry. I love using red bell pepper. It has that sweet flavor, almost fruity, and also like to use it with a green bell pepper because it has that sour, bitter taste. Together they give good contrast, and the color is wonderful. Next is our ginger. Just slice it and thinly and chop it. Ginger has that spicy, warm, woody flavor. So it smells like that. It's wonderful flavor. So you can chop it thinly. We all know garlic. It has that pungent, nutty flavor. The aroma fills the room and it's so delicious. All right, tonight I'm gonna be using flank steak. So I have about a half a pound flank steak here, and I want to make 3 large pieces. So when you cut them into 3 large pieces, you want to cut them with the grain. You see the lines here? That's the grain. And after that, I'm going to cut it for my 2-inch bite-sized pieces against the grain. Cutting it against the grain breaks up the muscle fibers so the meat will be tender. We'll be marinating it at least 2 hours, but 2 to 12 hours, the longer, the better. So here we have our meat. Next, I'm gonna be making the marinade. The marinade is gonna make it so juicy and tender. All right, let's make the marinade. First, it's gonna be baking soda. Baking soda is the one that's gonna keep the meat tender and juicy. So we'll put on about a tablespoon of baking soda. All right, and also we're gonna be using cornstarch. Cornstarch is gonna pull in all the flavor together, give it the texture and that shine, glossy shine. So we're gonna put there about 2 teaspoons. And we'll put a pinch of salt and a tablespoon of water. And I'm gonna be putting a tablespoon of oil. Oil is just gonna make it so you don't use more cooking oil later. So it'll just keep the flavor together. Yeah. So make sure you mix that well. Okay. So add the meat to the marinade and just work it and mix it well and cover all the pieces. Once you mix it really good and marinate it about 2 hours, at least 2 hours, but we need 2 to 12 hours. Even you can leave it for the next day. The longer, the better. The meat will be more tender. All right, so here we go. It's mixed well. I'm gonna change my gloves and cover that with a saran wrap, and we're gonna put it in the fridge. All right, we'll come back in 2 hours to cook. All right, see you later. All right, it's been over 12 hours, so the meat has been marinating. I'm gonna get it out and we're gonna start cooking. All right, here we have our meat. All right, before I start cooking, I'm gonna make my sauce. So we will need soy sauce, a couple of tablespoons. And that would give that salty taste. I'm going to be using oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is all around sauce, which gives it really good flavor, gives it all salty sweetness. It just doesn't give it heat. It's very good. And then I have hoisin sauce. I'm going to make about a tablespoon. This will give it that shine. Next, I'm gonna put a little bit of vinegar just to balance acidity. Maybe a half a teaspoon, not much. Don't want it to be acidic. All right, next is gonna be the cornstarch. The cornstarch, what's gonna do is thicken the sauce and give it that texture and flavor. So we'll put about a teaspoon, not tablespoon. All right, we'll mix all that up, make a slurry. That way it's easier to add it. I'll make it. Just mix it. And I'll leave it there. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my stove and I use vegetable oil for cooking. Make sure you heat the wok really hot. That way the meat is gonna cook really good and brown. A couple of tablespoons of oil. If you have too much oil, you can just drain it at the end, okay? We'll put it medium high. Ooh. So we're gonna put the meat in there slowly. So make sure you just spread it around. I don't see too much oil for me to drain, but if you have too much oil, you can always drain it before you add your vegetables. So it's starting to brown, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to put my garlic and ginger. I'll put a little ginger. This gives a really great aroma and taste. Yes, smelling really good. It's looking really good. I'm gonna give it a minute to release that flavor of the garlic and the ginger. And we'll add the vegetables. Look at that. Just give it a minute to work that flavor into the meat. Yes. That. So the secret to keeping your vegetables crispy is you cook them not too long. So I'm going to add the peppers in there. They take a little bit of time to cook. And just stir them. Look at that color. Is it like, look appetizing? Smells really wonderful. And wow. And the color, you know, you eat with your eyes and the color is so inviting. Can't wait until I eat it. You just cook it about a couple of minutes until they're tender, but not mushy. It's that way you just keep them crispy. All right. I can also add this green, the bottom of the green onions. Give that a toss. Yes. Smells great. Are you making it with me? If you're not ready, just let your meat tenderize in the fridge and come back, pause the video, and come back and finish. So this is so wonderful. So it's time to add the onions. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, the aroma. Yeah, ooh, smells so good and it looks so good. So we just cook it 1 minute. We don't want it to be soggy. The onions, the beef is cooked, they're not overcooked. So it's gonna be just a great, great meal. And it's gonna be one of your favorite meals. So we'll stir this, we're gonna add it. Okay. All right, there's the juice there. How does it look? Oh, it looks wonderful. Look at that. Yes. Smells so good. And it's delicious and it's ready. See, it doesn't take long. Once you get all your prep done, just like that, you cook it really fast. And you can serve it on top of rice or some noodles. It's gonna be wonderful. All right, that's it. It's all cooked. We'll be right back and give it a taste. Despite its name, this dish was originated actually in America in the 1970s. It's so glossy, luscious, the juicy and tender meat is so flavorful. Such a classic comfort food. Delicious. All right.